Hi guys. Today I want to talk about something serious. I want to talk about the media and how they cover tragedy. It's outrageous that every time that there's a traumatic event happening, the media goes ahead and asks witnesses, people who were there, right when their feelings are raw, so that they can have a reaction and people can be tuned into it. And many times people are disgusted by it. More people than ever are disgusted because we're beginning to see the truth. We're beginning to see the manipulation. I'm not going to put the entire video. I'm going to show it to you only because I don't want to be blocked. And these people can block me. This is the Denver 6 o'clock news. It's channels, Denver channel. And this reporter is asking this gentleman who had witnessed the shooting in Boulder. He not only witnessed it, he lived it. I mean, he got shot and he had to ran out. He ran out through the back door of the store, and with his raw feeling just in place, they asked him, do you want to participate in the interview? Of course. The person when they're coming out of that, they're numb. They're not thinking straight. They'll say yes to anything. They'll even mumble. So and people react differently anyway. So this guy apparently said yes, but it's how the reporter keep asking those questions to elicit a reaction from him. And in this part here, you're going to see this is the only little part I'm going to put where she asked him if he knows that six people had died at that time. How would he have known that? He just came out of the shooting. He's still in shock. And yet she did this to see and then ask him, how does that make you feel? What is he supposed to do? How does that make you feel? What is he supposed to say? Like, she was a psychologist. Is he supposed to say, "Oh my God, I'm so lucky," or if he's supposed to, you know, bust out crying because now he feels guilt, that survival remorse that people go through when they go through a trauma and something big, and they're the only one to survive? And this is not something that they only do when you have traumatic events. They also do this in cases where they want to pick on a subject. And they all work together. Who are they? The corporations, meaning CBS, ABC, MSNBC, all these corporations, all these news corporations that want to make money. They control of the media, of the journalists, of the reporters. And does the audience buy into it? Unfortunately, yes. The masses, we buy into it because we still haven't been able to say stop. I'm not going to watch this. I'm not going to listen to this. If you keep reporting this way, there's many ways to report this incident. It's an awful incident. Yes, we want to know. We want to know what happened. But if people are coming out of a shooting, don't stop them right there to ask them a question. Maybe get their information. Give them your card when you're feeling better. Well, nobody's gonna feel better in a minute, but when you're doing better, when you're feeling better, please call us. We would like to ask you more information. Not right there, not at the moment when it's raw. So I'm going to try to see because I want to show you that. And then I want to show you another one that I know this one is not going to be blocked because the other one was recorded by someone else and they uploaded it on YouTube. This is done by Denver themselves. So hopefully they won't block it. But I want you to hear the question that she asked and how the guys react. And that's exactly what she wanted. She wanted him, and he had a great composure. Everybody reacts differently in tragedies. Nobody acts the same way. So some people are more composed than others, and he was composed until she kept, drilling in him. How do you feel about the incident? How do you feel about the shooting? How do you feel about the people who died? Then I'm going to show you the other one, where is the one during Houston, the Houston flood. I think it was back in 2018 or 2017, where this reporter asked a woman who was walking into a shelter with her daughter about her feelings. How was she feeling? And now again, you can say, well, they can say no. Why they asked to be interviewed? They asked them before they interviewed them. Yes, you're right. But it's not like they're watching a soccer game and their team just lost. It's not like they're thinking straight. They're not thinking straight. They don't know what's going to happen. They don't know how they're going to react once they're asked those questions and the feelings and the emotions come back to them. But the reporters have an idea, or at least they want a reaction, and that's what they're looking for. Why? Because you pay for it, because you consume it. Okay, this is a two ways around. Yes, the media is at fault for putting that out, but we're also at fault for buying, for purchasing these medias, for watching them.
They were pretty close to me.
Our sources have confirmed at least 6 people dead inside this King Soopers. Standing out here, what does that make you feel?
Angry, um, sad. I just why somebody would do this. I don't know. It's just I don't know. Especially in this kind of neighborhood. I mean, this is kind of a nice neighborhood where this happens. It's unbelievable.
I'm looking at your eyes right now. You're tearing up. What are you feeling? I feel like you're feeling more than just that trauma after I told you
Yeah.
what our sources have confirmed.
I saw a lady laying down when I was running. I'm not sure if she was shot, if she was laying down, or what. After I left the store, maybe I thought maybe I should have grabbed her. I just might. I don't know. I don't know what happened.
Guilt trip, the survival guilt trip. Most people feel that after coming out of a huge tragedy and they're being the only one who survived. And he's having this thought about a woman laying down on the floor and that he didn't stop at that moment because that's not him. Because not everybody is meant to be a hero. We're all made out of different material, different DNA. So it's not in him. His survival instinct told him run, take off. He didn't stop to see, let me see if the lady's fine or not. Let me see if I can pull her. He just thought about helping, surviving himself, helping himself. And there's nothing wrong with that. That is normal. But this lady pushed it and pushed, asking him about, not only did she ask him, I mean, as you can see, you can hear that, right? She told him what he didn't know because he had just come out of that. And then she asked him how he felt about that. And then she re-asked him, hey, and then she made sure to let us know that there were tears in his eyes. And look, they have it a close up. I'm surprised that they didn't close it up more to make us feel so that. And I know that is true because I have been interviewed too, not because of tragedies. Great. I hopefully I wouldn't interview in a tragedy, but for other topics. And I remember the lady that was interviewing me asking me, but when I tell you this, try to show like a sad face, show that you care about this topic, about this subject. I'm like, why can't I just talk like I talk? Just because I express myself this way, just because I don't start crying or breaking down, it doesn't mean that I don't feel. It's just that I have a different DNA. I'm just composed. That's not me. And not I don't like it. I don't like to be showing my feelings. I don't like to be crying in public. A lot of people don't either. So you can see right now with this lady here, this one I can show because they recorded and they uploaded up there.
With all of this as well, what can you tell us?
Let me introduce you to Danielle here. Danielle, you just arrived. Share with us how you were rescued.
Some guys had called our phone and asked us where we were 'cause we was waiting for the police for like 36 hours and they never came. And we was waiting at the home. We did the white flags and everything and nobody came. But then somebody had called the phone after we decided to leave the house and we had walked to the gas station with the kids. And then they had called and came and picked us up. But we had been there like 5 days with no food and no lights and nobody came. Like nobody came.
Now you're with your children. We've heard of stories of mothers trying to save their children from the rushing waters. Can you tell us how that was?
4 feet of water to go get them food.
That's drama right there. That's to elicit emotion, to pull them out. That's just to pull them out. She tells her about other mothers so the lady can make the connection. And then acting like a psychologist, because that's what psychologists do. They ask you, how does that make you feel? The purpose in psychology is to so you're in touch with your feelings. Because many of us are numb to our feelings. We push them down so much that we don't know what we feel anymore. Drug addicts and alcoholics suffer from that too. They've been numb for so long that when they're coming off the drugs, they can't tell what feelings they're feeling. And I'm not saying that they're numb afterwards, like they don't feel anything. No, afterwards they don't know how to distinguish the feelings. They get the feelings all meshed up. So it could be that they're feeling angry, and they act all nervous or goofy, but they're actually feeling angry. Or they can be feeling sad and then they start lashing out because they're angry. So in psychology, that's acceptable. But a reporter and in public and on television to show it to everybody, this lady loses it. Because watch how there's a moment in her that it clicks in. Like, this is crazy. This lady's asking me these questions and she doesn't care about me. And I'm cold. I need to get food. I need to take care of my daughter.
On the first date. Yeah, that's a lot of shit. But y'all sitting here, y'all trying to interview people during their worst times. Like, that's not the smartest thing to do. Like, people are really breaking down, and y'all sitting here with cameras and microphones trying to ask us what the fuck is wrong with us.
So I'm so
And
sorry.
you really trying to understand with the microphone still in my face, with me shivering cold, with my kids wet, and you still putting the microphone in my face.
Sorry.
Rosa Flores, it sounds like you've got a very upset family there. We're going to take a break from that, and we'll get back to you later on. Rosa Flores and Houston Forest, thank you. Along the Texas-Louisiana.
This is one of the reasons why people believe Trump. Now, don't get me wrong. I believe in the First Amendment completely. I want media. I want journalists. I want reporters. I want reporters to report the truth. I want the fantasy of the real reporter who goes out there and risks everything to give us the truth. That one I respect. But these type, they're not trying to get the truth. They just want to elicit emotion so that they can go ahead and get the ratings. It's for the ratings. They can also hurt and turn somebody's life inside out without having all the facts. And even after the fact, they can still keep going and destroying, and they can destroy a person's life. You have to be very careful. Three, government, corporations, and the media. They all three work together. And it doesn't matter what country they are. This guy, I think this was in England, if I'm not mistaken. But this guy, Christopher Jeffries, I might be wrong on the country that it happened. But it's this movie, if you ever have a chance to see it, go and watch it. I recommend it. It's based on the true story of a guy whose life was ruined just because of the way he looked, just because he looked weird. And he looked like the prototype who committed the crime, and he didn't commit the crime. And even after the facts were found, the media continued, the newspaper continued publishing and putting him down and making it seem like he was the culprit. So I just wanted to bring this out. Media, they can rise you, they can uh bring you up and give you all the candies or the kudos in the world and make your life a heaven, but they can also take all that away and make your life a living hell. Now, us normal people, we are not affected by that directly because we're not celebrities. We're not people who are out there and exposed. But the people who are, and the people who have never been, but unfortunately step into those situations because of circumstances of life, the media can build them up and the media can also destroy them. So we have to be aware of that. Read, research, Don't listen to one source. Please do not listen. And I'm talking, I know that there are other people from other countries that watch us, and I hope that you guys, if you see this, you're able to see this video and this report that I just did. I'm sorry, not this report, and this reporters that I just put there, because it happens in your country as well, and you know that. In some countries, easier than others to pay them as much as because these people, some of them also get paid to report what they want. So it is. We live in a world where information is a bliss, information is gold, but we don't know what that information is. That's the problem. We have to dig amongst all the excrement until we can find the diamond, until we can find the gold. And that is the truth. What is the truth? Because they twist everything. The world that we live in right now is warped. Is warped. It's created by social media, by regular media. It's created. We can't tell the truth. We don't know because the information that they give us later on is debunked, or later on we find out that it was not true. It was not a fact. And when I mean debunk, I mean that they went after it, that it was debunked, that it was proven that these people were not saying the truth. But in the other case, it can also be that they didn't know it, and they actually gave out this message without doing the appropriate work that they were supposed to do. So anyhow, guys, I just wanted to throw this in real quick because I saw that video and it just hit me. Be safe, take care, and I'll see you later. Bye.